She turned my love down low. She talks say I the popo. She still want know the cocoa. Yeah. If money no day, now wait till she get no. She tell me say she go run away. She go run very far away. Yeah. As the rubber don't day, the baby come the mellow. So the baby don't come again. She don't forget back in the days. I've been to tell you to try. Reason with me. I believe you know this song, right? Well, good morning. I hope you've been staying safe. Well, you know, before the lockdown, we've been discussing genre directing. And so far, so good. We're going to continue from where we stopped. And we're just going to consider or, study a few genre today, under genre directing. And we'll consider 3 genres or genres today, which is music video directing, documentary directing, and directing advertorials, directing adverts. All right, and I do hope you follow me on this journey. It's good to know you've been keeping well. Please keep observing the necessary precautions and stay safe because you know I love you, right? Okay, all right, directing music video. I have here steps for directing music video, some steps I consider very, very important for you as a director directing music video. Number 1, I have reads, have a strong idea or concept that fits the song. And then number 2 says, create a plot. Number 3, ensure the singer sings and expresses the emotion of the song. Number 4 says, keep the ending in mind. And then 5 here, which happens to be the last, but not the least, do the work. That's the shoot and the editing. I will explain this now. All right? Well, I believe you know what music video is, and that's why I started with that song. By the way, I love that song, written by Rude Boy, Paul Okoye, directed by Clarence Peters and Jude Engis. If you've not seen that video, you should go look out that video, understudy it, because that's one way you grow as a music video director. So let's go back to the points here. Number 1, have a strong idea or concept that fits the song. You see, as a director, your script is your major tool or one of your major tools, all right? So and for music video directing, you know that the lyrics to the song, that's the artist's lyric, forms the script of your work as a director. And that's why you need to do what? Have a strong idea or concept that fits the song. You need to, first of all, look closely into the lyrics of the song, and then the melody, the rhythm, the beats of the song. And in doing this, like I tell people most times that they should do what? They should have a discourse with the musician or the singer. You could ask questions like, what inspired the song? What mood were you in when the song came? Or maybe try to recreate or recall the experience the musician was in before that very song came about. Like that song I sang, that's Reason With Me. You know that it's a narrative, it's a song that tells a story. This is Rude Boy narrating his story back then in Gwagwalada. Like in one of the scripts, he said, one of the lines, he said, back then in Gwagwalada, those days in Uni Abuja. It tells you that it happened somewhere, okay? And why you do that is to conjure up certain images that you can use to what? To plot, to create the story, the narrative, and then design the plot, which you will later on use for the video. Please, I still want to advise you to go back to that video, Reason With Me, understudy the video. You will see that the directors, Clarence Peters and Jude Engis Okoye, did a very great job. So you need to work with the artist. You may want to ask what inspired the songs, what mood the artist was in the song, when the song came, and then study the lyrics. because you may want to ask, some words in the lyrics, are they metaphoric in nature? You know, like metaphors and all that, so that they can help you to conjure images in your mind as you think about the song. So that's about having a strong idea or concept that fits the song. And maybe if the song is just one of those party songs that does not necessarily need any, but even at that, you still have to create a concept that fits into that song, that fits into the party song, the party jam, or whatever you call it, so that when the artist and whoever will be around for the video comes, they will be ready. They will know that your hands are able to do the task. Okay, so number 2, quickly, you create a plot. You know, from step one helps you to create a story. A story. By the way, a plot, you know what a plot is by now. You know, like a sequential arrangement of the narrative. Okay, do we start from point A to B to C? Or do we start from point B, we move to point A, or to point C? It's just talking about how you arrange the scenes or the narrative till the very end. So you create the plot, and this you do in your mind using the lyrics or the beats and all that you got from this point, okay? You create the plot to suit the song, okay? Because at the long run, it is the plot you will work with. Now, number 3, this is very, very, very key. Ensure the singer sings and expresses the emotion of the song. If you have seen some videos, when the singer is singing, it happens that the words are not moving with, they don't sync. Okay, it's like he's saying this and then the beat is doing something else. That's not a too good music video. Okay, so to avoid that, you ensure the singer sings and expresses the emotion of the song. For me, I tell students most times to tell the singer to make the song a part of him. Take for instance, if you are doing a song that is somber in nature, you don't expect the singer to be expressing joy and all that. Maybe it's a dirge, okay? He shouldn't be smiling and jumping like some, you know, and all that, trying to express, no, because it will not tally with what the concept, with the lyrics, the contents of that song. So it's very important that you ensure the singer sings and then expresses the emotion of the song. Emotion is key. Let me mention Michael Jackson. If you go back to Michael Jackson's videos, one thing you see is, apart from the dancing, apart from the costuming, apart from the other theatrics of the song, you see that Michael Jackson, as an artist, he emotes his songs. You hear that in his voice, even in his body movements. That's very key. So as you talk to your artist, ensure that the artist carries the emotion of the song, because that's the same emotion he or she will transfer to their audience. And that's what makes the magic. It's not just about the cinematography, it's not just about the lighting and other things you put in place for a good directorial job. It's not just about that. A whole lot comes together, okay? So let's move to the next point, which is to keep the ending in mind. Keep the ending in mind. This still fits into point 2. You see, keeping the ending in mind is very key, because if you start well and don't end well, most people remember the ending even much more than the beginning. Okay, it is how you start. That's why when you start well, it is how you finish actually. So when you start well, finish well. So you keep the ending in mind. Do you want to end in such a way that the viewer or your audience or the fans of the singer will be expecting something more? Take for instance Thriller. You remember Thriller? Thriller. Bum, 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 bum. You see, after it ends in such a way that Michael Jackson just turns and then, you know, he looks at the girl, and then that horrific voice, that voice, like, you know, because it's a song that, you know, evokes the emotion of fear. You know, I remember watching that video those days. We used to, you know, I like the video though, but when it gets to that point where they come in as zombies and all that, it's usually scary, you know. So you need to put that in mind. How will the video end? Ask yourself, will it end on this note or on this note? You know, it's you that will determine that. And if you're finding it difficult to answer that question, you can also work with the artist. You know, but it's you who will determine that because you are the person in charge. So you ask, how do I want this, this very music video to end? And it's very good that you end on a very good note, on a very, very good note, a very, very catchy note. You know, so that's about point number 4. Then number 5 says, do the work, the shoot, the editing. Yes, before the shoot, some directors work with storyboards. You know, people think it's just for directing films that you create storyboards. No, any directing, any kind of directing can use storyboards. So you decide, you may want to create storyboards for some, maybe for the artists, not necessarily the dancers, but if you can do that for everybody, but create a storyboard, it's very necessary you do that. You know, but if you're not the type who is good at that, use what works for you, okay? Do that, and then you start the shoot. And for the shoot, it's key. You know, as a director, I am not a teacher of directing, and I am not one of those people who believe that the director is the know-all, you know, do-all guy, the lord of the production. No, the director is the coordinator. He coordinates other specialists. He's a specialist who coordinates other specialists. He doesn't lord it over them. He carries them along. So it is expected that during the shoot, you work with your crew, your members of crew, to ensure that they stick to the vision of the project. The lighting designer, the gaffer, the cinematographer, the sound man, all this, even the makeup artist, the costume artist, make sure that everybody is in sync with the production as you carry the shoots. And then as you carry on with the shoots, you know, because after everything, it is the collaborative effort that you all put in place that will come up as the music video. That matters a whole lot, because some directors, they feel I am the one who calls the shot. So if maybe one of the members of crew has a very good point, a very good idea that would help the production, they would want to just shove it aside. It's not a good thing. Okay, you work with everybody, even the cast, in this sense, the people who are there for the video shoot, the artists and that, you know. So do the work, the shoots, and then the editing. Of course, maybe some directors have the good knowledge of editing too, but if you don't have a very good knowledge of editing, you can work with your director, your editor, sorry. Work with your editor, okay? Sit there, tell him, okay, I want this shot, I want this to be like this. That's what makes you a director. You know, a director to me is someone who knows a little about everything and everything about something, which is his art of directing. You know little about everything. You know little about editing, about cinematography. That does not mean that you must be a specialist in that area. Let the specialist do the job while you supervise them, because that's your job as a director. So the editing is the finished work, is where you see if the vision you saw was accomplished. Okay, so that's it about music video directing. Just a short steps to music video directing. But make sure each time you do this, you are in sync with your artist. Make sure that everything you are doing is reflecting the vision that you and the artist saw. So that is it. Let me just recap. Number 1, have a strong idea or concept that fits the song. Number 2, create a plot. Number 3, ensure the singer sings and expresses the emotion of the song. And number 4, keep the ending in mind. Number 5, do the work, the the storyboarding, the shoots, and the editing, all right? And one thing I didn't say there is, or let me add this, make sure you watch as many music videos you can. You can make it a practice to watch at least 2 videos or 3 videos a day. You know, don't just watch, understudy them, understudy the directing style, understudy the cinematography and all that. It will help you because, you know, in this art, you don't grow, you grow by studying others. You develop your style by, you know, understanding the style of others. It helps.